it comes to smartphones, the 15K to 20K segment has always been the hottest. Even a slight change in price can make or break a smartphone, and that's exactly what has happened with this phone. This is the Realme NARZO 70 Pro, and it launched earlier this year at 20K, and at that price, this phone wasn't really standing out. But now, it's available at just 16K, and suddenly, this phone is starting to feel very special. By the way, this price is without any bank discount. I'll keep this video very simple and break it in two parts, the good and the bad. Let's start with the good things first. So when this phone was launched in India, the design and the cameras were the biggest highlights. Let's start with the cameras first. In case you don't remember, these are the camera specs of the NARZO 70 Pro. You get a 50 megapixel Sony IMX890 sensor with OIS as the primary camera, an 8 megapixel ultra-wide camera, which is pretty good at this price because some phones don't even offer that, a 2 megapixel macro, and a 16 megapixel selfie shooter. The phone has also received a few updates after the launch, and the camera output has improved a lot. These are the camera samples that we took, and the photos come out really well, especially in the daytime. In nighttime though, the colors are not accurate and the processing is not as good as daytime. The ultra-wide camera doesn't capture as much details as the main camera, but it's good to have it as it gives you a different perspective. Okay, the selfie camera. Sometimes it takes very good photos and sometimes it just doesn't. Optimization issues, I guess. In terms of videos, you can record 4K 30 and the videos come out really nice, although they aren't very stable. See, to put it bluntly, this is one of the best camera phones at 16K, and it's not just the cameras, the performance of this phone is also top-notch. It's powered by Dimensity 7050 with 8GB LPDDR4X RAM and 128GB UFS 3.1 storage for the base model. In benchmarks, this chipset doesn't really beat iQOO Z9 or the Poco X6, but comes very close. Even games like BGMI and COD Mobile run smoothly at 60 FPS, and that's pretty decent at this price. All in all, this phone offers powerful performance and is only second to iQOO Z9, but one area where it stands tall is the design and build. The NARZO 70 Pro comes with a glass back, and that makes it quite unique in this segment. Plus, it's also IP54 rated and even comes with a headphone jack, which is quite rare even in gaming phone these days. The display is also quite impressive. It's bright and sharp 120Hz AMOLED panel, and using it outdoors is not a problem. There's in-display fingerprint scanner that works well, and you can even use it with wet hands. Apart from that, HDR videos on Prime and YouTube look nice, and the stereo speakers with 70-30 separation are also quite good for the price. Now, one last thing that is surprisingly good about this phone is the bloatware situation. It comes with just 4 pre-installed apps, which is comparatively less than any other phone in this segment. In fact, this phone was advertised to come with less bloatware. By the way, it's running on Realme UI 5.0 based on Android 14 and is promised to get 2 OS updates and 3 years of security patches, which is good enough. Plus, you get these useful features such as file dock and Microsoft Phone Link support. Okay, let me tell you what's bad in this phone. First of all, the in-hand feel of this phone is not very good. The sharp edges tend to feel uncomfortable after long use. Also, there's no protection on the front glass, which is weird because even the Poco X6 in the same budget comes with Gorilla Glass Victus. In terms of usage, lack of app opening animations and poor integration of haptics in the UI is a put-off. In fact, even while typing, the haptics feel weak. And yeah, you also don't get IR Blaster, which I think should have been included. Now, I know that I mentioned the display in the good things, but there's one issue with it. While it does offer HDR support on Prime and YouTube, it doesn't in Netflix. So if you're someone who watches a lot of HDR content on Netflix, you won't be able to get the most out of this display. And lastly, the front camera needs better optimization for a more consistent performance. Apart from the good and the bad, there are some other things that you should know. For starters, you get a decently sized 5000 mAh battery with 67 watt fast charging support, and the phone can last you an entire day with medium to heavy usage. Other than that, you get Bluetooth 5.2, Wi-Fi 6, dual hybrid SIM slot, and 9 5G bands, but there's no NFC. All in all, at 16,000 rupees, Realme NARZO 70 Pro feels like a very well-balanced phone. It brings a premium design, a very good display, solid performance, and pretty capable cameras. So that's it from my side. If any of you have been using this phone, share your experience in the comments so that everyone can know. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.